Man, if Geekfam win this against Onic, that is a huge flex onto Albert, the baby alien from RRQ, coming into the fray of Sky Kings as the jungle. And that would be a huge mess to his ego as we welcome you, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2 of Geekfam and Onic.
And like I mentioned before, it's gonna be dangerous because Geekfam might be not playing too aggressively to dive into the Onic jungler like on the first game because it's gonna be dangerous. But Kaja, they need to like put all eyes on the Baloyski because Baloyski is using a pick-off hero and it's gonna be dangerous if the Divine Judgment happening. A lot of heroes can following up Baloyski movement.
But both teams are actually not going to go for it just yet. Kibo with the good Tyrant's Revenge, locking Luke down. No flicker, but he does have that penalty zone. He's saving it. Wow, the calculations from Luke.
And Boots and Keyboy know it. That's why they didn't want to dive into the outer bottom turret. It's going to be dangerous if penalty zone have been used.
K-Boy, no ult just yet, no rage to play with. Beloy, on the other hand, has that Divine Judgment. Oh, Nile gets splashed with some damage. San's dealing a lot. Phantom Execution used up with the Call Altar as well. Now giving them a lot of HP. Retribution, but the Tyrant's Rage is timed perfectly onto it. Divine Judgment defensively, but Boots runs him down. Beloy 1 HP under the turret. That's a DPC, and it saves Beloy. Nile picks up the first blood. It's a big W for the Geeks.
Oh.
As an execute.
We have a fun fact here by Grab. Wait a minute, Albert.
Oh, that's a lockdown, but the Call Altar saves him. Chadera with the solo kill. Up top with a good flicker in. Now a boy with a Stampede, bringing both of them back under the turret. Chadera with the Torn Apart member, but the Call Altar comes in and Sans splashes Chadera, finding a kill. Keyboy with a Tyrant's Revenge, but it is a boy who finds a kill onto Albert. A 2-for-1. Definitely still value for Geekfam.
And that pushes them to 1,100 gold lead here in the first 5 minutes of the game. Again, the same story here. Geekfam holding control in the early game. Boots trying to do what he can, but in the end, it's gonna go over to Geek. Again, another turtle.
Especially the two who down are the jungler and the gold lane. It's a really important role, and Geekfam is getting another turtle.
Ooh, you see that? Boots actually got the gold buff.
Small win.
Small win.
A little bit small.
Onic would say
Yeah.
it's small wins builds up. That's the copy in Gani
That's
right
the
now.
copy of
But
Ngani
yeah,
right now.
If we see at the goal difference, I think it's not too far away. So Onic successfully still farming.
Tyrant's Revenge and the Rage used up. No Inspire though, so there's no actual kill threat. Beloy just walks out, and Luke has rotated from the bottom lane all the way to the top lane. We have an on
Corner by memory is already been painful.
good vision from Beloyski. He's going to be, engaged on though in the back. The Phantom Executions connects Cole Altar versus Cole Altar, but Nile's able to get them back down. Divine Judgment onto Boots, very low. Consecration gets him back to half.
Wow, they still want the team fight, and the kiting is really good using the Cult Altar to make them back and go away without any kill points from both of the teams.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Almost cancelled by the go away. CW using this really well, but wow, Nile still wants to go in. Inspire used up by CW for the sustain! Penalty zone! CW, that power spike, and even if you don't get any kills in the laning phase, as long as you're able to clear it out and siege the turrets down, that's a big W. Divine Judgment! Penalty zone used up as well. Already, there's a lot of things just thrown out here with the Call Ultra on a 2 of both of the teams used up. Thorn Rose getting CW low. Boots able to escape. Tyrant's Rage onto 2, but there's no real follow-up. CW still playing in the back. Torn Apart memory to be used up in the Phantom Execution to the back. Finds 3. Onic forced back, and Keyboy is taken to 1 HP with that bloody retribution from Nile.
1-4-0 trade here for the side of Geekfam. Boots trying to open up vision and give information towards his team, but in the end, I do not think that he is going to be able to make a miracle play happen. But look at this, Albert is actually re-entering this. It's going to be a 50-50. Albert, they want to go for it.
Tyrant's Revenge, locking Luke down. There you go, that's a deadly catch. Nile versus Albert, but Beloy does not. He's waiting for it. Oh, it's a stampede into a penalty zone! Into a torn apart memory! The Wombo combo from Geekfam. Now it's a go away from CW, forcing them in this tight spot. Now there's a lot of damage pulled in by the Muddles. CW versus the world. Now it's a Phantom Execution, all to the back. CW eating up that damage, but it has the Inspire to sustain back up 1v1. CW with a shutdown and a triple kill.
Adrenaline can kill you, man.
But that would have ended so much worse for Onic had that not happened. But still, in the end, at the end of the day, it's Geekfam going in.
Oh, torn apart memory to the back boots. Oh, saved by the Cult Altar. Just in time. That's a very good disengage from Onic. They're able to defend the tier 2 in the bottom lane, but they lose out the tier 2 in the mid and top. So it's still a win for Geekfam. Keyboy charging. Niall able to dodge away from that with the Thorn Rose, and both teams, again,
Put all eyes on Boots, so the Geekfams didn't need to pay the attention where Keyboy is at.
that's a reset. Boots has done enough. He's actually backed Niall out. And that's a torn apart memory. A penalty zone even used up. A bit too aggressive, I feel like. That's a deadly catch. Now from Albert to disengage. And for both of these teams, they will reset again. But Geekfam are still holding on to that Lord. They're trying to get it to a position where it's easily reset here. Beloy's trying desperately, but look at Boots just standing closer to the Lord, not giving Geekfam aggro. Keyboy charging the Tower's Revenge, a good spot out with the Muddles, as Luke gets chunked with 2 basic attacks. Just with the Muddles though. Beloy looking for another opening. Niall going in. Boots dashing forward, trying to bait in the penalty zone onto the back. CW did not pop to go away in time, but the Divine Judgment is stolen away by Sans, and he finds the kill in Tower's Range onto the back. But CW is not in range to go for anything. No Inspire, avoid the flicker in. The Shadow Stampede brings them back for the damage from Chadera. But a Terrify delays this inevitable end for Keyboy. 3-4-1, the Lord also in favor of Geekfam.
Again, Luke do his magic. Using the penalty zone, using the flicker is a really important moment that he can catch a lot of heroes that make Onic surprised. So the initiation from Luke being followed up by the Geekfam teams very, very well.
I need to mention something though, right? Even though Geekfam were able to get 3 members from the side of Onic plus the Lord, Onic was able to get 3 towers just from lane management alone. Sans was able to slow push the top side. We saw that Boots was able to slow push the bottom side. And throughout that entirety of how that all happened, they had to lose 3 turrets, almost losing 4. And those kinds of trades, sure, in the grand scheme of things, it does favor... Wait, in the short scheme of things, it favors Geekfam. But in the long term, it favors Onic. So they have to be careful about their housekeeping as Niall goes in with the Conceal.
Conceal from Beloy. Oh, he finds Keyboy. Drags him back. The deadly catch in time. But Keyboy gets slain by Luke. That's a massive pickoff. CW the Muddles. Deja Vu to Echo versus Onic and MSC. The same exact scenario. CW dealing damage. That's a Divine Judgment that Sans stole away. And he pulls Niall back to give Onic another kill and a breath of relief.
At least they get the 1 base turret from the top lane. And it's really important that Geekfam needs to reset it right now. With a lot of minions coming, are they gonna like push it to another team fights? Because Chadera...
Oh, Divine Judgment, Boots. Bit too much that he could chew. Luke with penalty zone, torn for memory! Takes Boots down, but CW does a lot of damage with the Muddles and the Inspire. Not enough, however, to take any of the Geekfam members down.
Not just yet, but it does give them the space that is required. And one thing that we need to take in consideration is the fact that Geekfam, they're lacking the amount of wave clear that Onic has. Onic has CW, Onic has Albert with his deadly catch as well to clear these out. So in a siege situation, I do believe that Onic has a little bit of an edge.
But I don't know what kind of decision that Onic had right now, because they are like, go with the flow that Geekfam created. Because every time Geekfam try to initiate, every time Geekfam want to bait Onic to do that movement, like it's like Onic following the movement itself. Go with the flow.
You know what I was thinking just now?
What?
This is a rematch of MPLID Grand Finals. No, MPLI Grand Finals.
MPLI Grand Finals, yeah.
Yeah. It was Geekfam.
The latest MPLI.
But that was with Jana, and actually Onic were with Samo. Yeah, I remember that. But here, it's a completely different roster. No Kairi, no Samo, no Jana QT, who's now back to his old name,
well.
Hades. And yeah, no Drian, it's Sans.
Man, I'm wondering, can Geekfam go 2-0 against the MSC champions? Geekfam, did they make it to playoffs last season? They did, but barely, right?
Yeah. Unfortunately, they were sent home on the first day against EVO's Legends. Reverse swept, if you remember. But now with a new jungler in their hands who has matured and improved so much since his first debut in MPL Indonesia, they're looking to get is this the first win ever against Onic?
It's looking to be it. If Onic can't look for the proper engage, Luke has been astoundingly annoying, especially onto Albert in these neutral objective takes. But look at the Lord, it's so low. We're moments away of pulling the trigger.
And it's a really important Lord because it's already evolved. That can help if Onic got it, but if Geekfam got it, it's gotta be the end if a lot of heroes from Onic getting picked off by Aloy.
Penalty zone onto the back. CW still free hitting in the back though. Now Niall moving forward, finding the kill. Luke gets a call alter. Torn apart memory going to be used up as the Lord gets reset. Now to Divine Judgment. No, it's actually Winner Truncheon to evade from it. And the models are still placed down. Keyboard with the Tarnished Revenge. No Flicker committed down. No Albert though. This is free for Onic. No for a Geek. Niall finds it. Beautiful retry. I thought CW would have been able to zone them away, but it's not enough.
That's a really important movement when Geekfam successfully pick off Albert before the Lord contest is happening. And now Onic being pushed to playing the defensive game again. Are they gonna successfully defend it right now?
I mean, for all the Onic, just Sonics all around the world, let's hope so. Again, the wave management, half of the base turret was taken down, and the Lord is marching down in the top side as well. CW, he needs to be able to be facilitated in these particular team fights. If not, we'll see the exact same story as we did earlier on in that Lord fight.
Yeah, because using Inspire, it's not easy to get out from the penalty zone Eterna, so he needs to be careful about his positioning. He's not been caught by Luke or even Beloyski.
CW is an absolute menace every single time in these kind of situations. Look at him. Oh, Beloy is looking for it. Gets caught in the Tarnished Revenge right now. Gets knocked up, but the call alter saves his life. Boots getting brought back to the team, but still has that immortality. Now back again. Consecration. Tournament memory in a stolen penalty zone. CW again saving Onic from their demise. It's another splash of damage from Sans to take Luke down. Onic, the defense has happened again.
It starts from Keyboy's movement. With the good Tyrant Revenge that Onyx see the moment and stalling the penalty zone using the IMU is really important for Sans. He's even using his flicker to like locking a lot of heroes from Geekfam, and now they got the momentum.
Oh man, Keyboy on his signature Kufra. We never expected, and yet the unexpected happens over and over as they go for the siege this time around.
Oh, that's a splash though. A boy finds a shutdown. It's two! A boy with a double! It was CW earlier, now it's a boy, and it's Beloy with a Divine Judgment pulling. Keyboy back, Tarnished Revenge. Niall able to evade from it though with a good puncture out. Now Keyboy losing the immortality. Boots looking to get him out. There's a call alter from a boy to save his own life. But the call alter will run out, and Niall will keep on going. Sans has a Divine Judgment, but it only connects onto a boy. And Niall assassinates Sans.
No way. Ladies and gentlemen, 3 members are off the board for the Yellow Porcupines. The main damage dealers are all gone. Boots and Keyboy, what in the world can they do? Just the 2 of them alone.
Boots is pulling the minions. He's successful at that. He's pulling the minions again, but Divine Judgment will be able to lock him down finally. Boots in the back. Now Slayer torn apart memory. Niall jumping in. Keyboy trying to make a miracle play. The Geeks have taken down the team above the sky, dragging them down to the depths.
It's like deja vu. We see it yesterday.